Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your April 2017 Tarotscope reading with me, Lara. I am the owner of Lunar Lore Psychic Medium Healer, and I am so happy to have you here today. As the usual, I will be reading from my Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and the additional card will be coming from the Saints and Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we? The very first card I pulled for you is the Five of Wands. The five symbolizing conflict and adversity, wands symbolizing fire signs, creativity, passion, desires, and action. So in the reverse position, this card is about conflict and feeling like you are in a competition in the career work arena, or things that revolve around things that you would like to do for a job or career work. Now this is saying that if you find yourself in this conflict, whether it be internal or external, that you have trusted advisors around you that you can ask for help. And it would be wise to do so at this time, because you don't want to be stuck in a cycle, especially if it's internal. If you're struggling internally, you don't want that to eat away at you. On the flip side, if you are dealing with difficult coworkers, this is saying that, you can trust your manager and you should probably talk to them before it gets out of control. Okay? This is also saying that this is a time more than ever to believe and trust in yourself, especially if you're definitely going through both internal and external conflicts. They're both pretty heavy hitters in my opinion. I mean, I can barely deal if I'm just going through internal stuff, let alone internal and external stuff. Sometimes I really feel like I'm going to lose my mind. That's when I have to talk to a friend, a trusted friend. But at the end of the day, I have to remember I am so powerful because I have a choice in how I feel and what I do. So let me take my power back and just believe in myself and trust that it's going to work out, because it always does. Okay? This is also saying, too, to just be open and keep your eyes open. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably because it's not right. I'm not saying don't trust other people or situations. I'm just saying be smart about it. Pay attention. Go off of your gut. Okay? Be smart about it too. If you're going through a lot of anxiety and inner conflict, sometimes things can seem one way and they're really not. That's when coming in and asking for an advisor is important. So if you're feeling something's off in your gut, but you've been struggling internally, ask somebody, ask an advisor. Just be like, hey, am I being crazy or what? I do this often. I know sometimes I need to be put into check, and I'm not afraid to ask somebody to do it too. I'm like, listen, be real with me. Am I being this way, or am I just losing my mind? Okay? Rely on your significant other or your friends. Ask them for help. It's okay. Okay, Taurus? The next card that I pulled for you is in the center of the spread. It is the main theme of the month. It is the Major Arcana card, the Hierophant. It is very potent energy. This is a card of marriage, institutions such as churches, schools, organizations, like the YMCA, groups of people, religion, study groups, and this is also about doing things traditionally. Okay, so I see that some of you have some plans you want to set into motion for the future. This card is saying if you're thinking about this a lot this month, this is saying you need to take a traditional approach to what you're thinking about. Because later on down the road, you'll appreciate the fact that you did that, because it's going to benefit you. Okay? This is also saying, if you've been thinking about going back to school, you should definitely do that. This is a very positive card because it does represent school and groups of people. If you're struggling in school, join a study group. If you're feeling very lost and like you're in despair, maybe going to a church could benefit you. It has various meanings for various people, but I feel for Taurus this month, this card is about taking the traditional approach to things. Okay, so let me relate it back to this card. If you're struggling, don't hold it in. Take the traditional approach. Ask somebody that you trust. Okay? The last card that I pulled for you is the Page of Swords. The page is about messages, and the page himself is a very youthful young person, sometimes with hair on the darker end of the spectrum. But we all know how young people are, and this is for people under 25. 25 or 26 and younger, generally. This is what this person represents. And it's messages that the page in this respect is bringing messages you may not want to hear. The sword suit resembles our mental clarity, our thought processes, our throat chakra, how we speak our minds. And with the page is always trying too hard, pushing too fast, and sometimes that could be stepping on the toes of others. Okay? So this is saying that if you're in the middle of, trying to work through some conflicts, both inner and external, you're trying to take a traditional approach to things and whatnot, this is saying don't push to get through that conflict. Oh, sorry. Even though the conflict is difficult, don't push too hard because you'll make the situation worse. You gotta let things unfold. Keywords here for you: letting things unfold, and don't let your mind get carried away. This is also about getting that youthful page energy because, like I said, pages are like 25, 26 and under. Okay? And people around that age range tend to be very energetic, very youthful, very go-gettish, So you're going to be having increased mental and physical energy. So what I'd like to see you do is channel it out. Go running so that you don't make these conflicts worse. Especially in regards to your mind with anxiety about the conflicts that are going on. Channel it out, okay? And just take it easy. Let it happen, Taurus. The added guidance card that I pulled for you is the Be Brave card. And I really feel this is in relation to this here. The conflict that's going on. You got to be brave and you have to face it head on. You can't rush through it because rushing never works out. When I try to rush out of the house to go somewhere, I get pulled over by a cop. When I try to rush putting on my makeup, I look like a clown, okay? When I try to rush getting dressed, I don't realize I'm not matching my clothes. Nothing ever good comes from rushing. Take your time to get there because with everything we get there in divine time. Okay? I should actually take my own advice. I am so impatient. I am, but with age, I am getting better. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. As always, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you next month. Take care, Taurus.